30% of the world's electricity generation in 2023 was renewable. When the U.S. government had to hide Megatron in the Hoover Dam, they added a whole bunch of hydroelectric in the Hoover Dam to power up Las Vegas, and that's worked out. 10% year-on-year increase in wind generation. There was a 0.8% increase in fossil fuel generation also. And statistics get manipulated. We're not going to lie here, okay? Hi, I'm David with EV World News. I'm in studio today with grid engineer Mike Herzog. How's it going, Mike?
Doing great, David. Glad to be here.
The article for today is coming from a website called edie.net. The report is global electricity emissions set to decline this year due to solar and wind boom. 30% of the world's electricity generation in 2023 was renewable. A further 10% was nuclear. Well, the U.S. isn't quite the same ratio. The U.S. is like 22% renewable, 18% nuclear, and then 20% coal, and then 40% light natural gas is about where the U.S. sits. So it's very similar. One of the things, though, is there's a few countries that are almost 100% hydroelectric.
Yeah.
I mean, people always forget about hydroelectric when they think about
they're renewable. Well, it's like the U.S., the Pacific Northwest. It's all hydro. I mean, it's dirt cheap up there, and they've had it, and it's been that way for a long time.
Yeah, when the U.S. government had to hide Megatron in the Hoover Dam, they added a whole bunch of hydroelectric in the Hoover Dam to power up Las Vegas, and that's worked out, although that may be coming from the Megatron core. Anyways, I one time had a conversation with an executive at Bechtel. Bechtel built the Hoover Dam, and so I asked them, what was it like hiding Megatron in the Hoover Dam?
I hope he appreciated that. He or she appreciated it.
Yeah. So there was tracked a 23% increase in solar electricity generation year on year for 2023. That's a big jump, 23% in 1 year. More than twice as much new electricity generation was provided during the year by solar than coal, largely due to a surge in installations in the second half of the year. 10% year-on-year increase in wind generation. And a lot of that, you have to realize that a lot of the money available to fund these green energy projects, it's hard to do because the interest rates are so high that the math just doesn't work. The interest cost on putting in wind is more than what they could produce the energy from something else.
Then what's your like? It's divergent. It's like there's no point where these are going to cross over. It's just too high.
Yeah. There was a 0.8% increase in fossil fuel generation also in 2023. We did have a slight increase in fossil fuel usage, but at the same time had a massive 10% increase in wind. Now, the one thing is the fossil fuel was a larger number, so 0.8 might have represented a bigger number.
It is. What's the raw number? Yeah.
Yeah. So, statistics get manipulated. We're not going to lie here. Okay. I don't like to be biased in any of these conversations. I mean, I like seeing the cleaner stuff, but on the flip side, I understand both sides' arguments, on the good and the bad. And it takes a lot to make some of these projects work. We just know in the long run, it's better off for everybody if we make the conversion to clean energy. It's just how quick is reasonable, and where does it go? Oil drilling's not going to stop. Clean energy in terms of wind and solar, it's going to cut down on coal. It's going to cut down on light natural gas. It's just like EVs. EVs are going to cut down on the usage of fossil fuels for, driving cars, but it's not going to be eliminated for...
No, and that's the challenge with all of it. It's none of this can happen overnight. I know that's cliched. Overnight is still... None of this is going to happen in a decade or be lead in that standpoint. It was during the Obama administration, one of their 2010 or so, they came out with, we're going to shut down every coal power plant in the United States by 2020. And us in the industry went, you can't. Like the grid will collapse. If you start shutting these down even in the next year or two, like the grid is going to collapse. Like we're not ready for it. You have to have all of this other stuff in place, and they walk that back because of those reasons. Where it started with, well, okay, you can get an extension if you do this, and file this and tell why it's important, and they got that from everybody and said, okay, I guess we're canceling this plan because it turns out it doesn't work.
Well, and the thing is too, every project takes longer than people budget for the time. It's very rare to see any kind of project really get done. I mean, you look at the high-speed rail in California that's gone, like 5 miles in 15 years. and it's supposed to cover the whole state, kind of thing. So anyways, well, Mike, good show today. Folks, thanks for watching. We've had lots of people watching today. Always feel free to post in the comments, and, we love taking questions and things like that. Otherwise, Mike will be back with us next Wednesday. All right.
Sound good, David. Take care.
Thank you, Mike.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.